Are you overwhelmed with endless research, to-do lists that are growing faster than your plants? That was me. And then I had a paradigm shift. Let me share with you a plan that'll help you break that analysis paralysis and actually get started on your journey to food forest abundance. The first thing is just picking a location. We're going to be starting with just a 10 by 10 area. So this will translate, even if you have a very small yard, it can work for you as well. If you have a lot of acres, it'll also work for you because this can be your starting point and you can expand and build on that. So the very first thing we did was we chose a location. We have an area here that is very sunny in our backyard, and it's very close to our water, so we can have a hose that'll easily reach to this area for keeping things watered when we first get them started. That's very important. You want things to get established so that they don't obviously die. That's an investment. Those plants are an investment in time and or money. We've picked out our spot. I'm going to take quick measurements just to and get it laid out, make sure that we're the way that we want. We're leaving a path here to go between our fence and the new plot, and it also circles around that way, and it'll be a way for us to mow without running into any issues with the mower. It'll fit through here and make things very easy. So we'll get our measurements. So we're a little over 8 feet away from the fence. And then, like I said, our plot is going to be roughly 10 feet by 10 feet. And I've already got our little markers set out here. So, yep, 10 feet by 10 feet. So we're good to go. The next thing is preparing your soil. You may not have to do that where you're located. For us, this is literally just sand. So we do have to prepare to plant in this location. So the first thing we're going to do, lay down topsoil. Let's move some topsoil. All right, now that we got all the topsoil moved over here, we just got to get it kind of spread out and evened out so it's a nice even layer, and then we can move on to the next step. So I'm just gonna get this stuff. It's not going to be a super thick layer, but we'll get it all smoothed out. Okay, now that we have all of our soil spread out and in place, we're going to get that covered with mulch, and then we can start planting. All right, now we got to get this mulch spread around, and then we can get some plants in the ground back here. All right, now we're going to get our shovel and start getting these plants in the ground. We're going to get the loquat in the ground first, so that's going right in the middle. Since this is all new topsoil, it's really loose, which is great. Super easy to dig. I'm going to dig a little bit past it, and then I'm going to add more topsoil so that there's good soil going even further down for the tree roots, and that'll help it really grow fast. Add more soil here. They are ready to be in the ground. Get our mulch back in here too. All right, we're going to get the rest of these all in the ground, and then we will be pretty much done with this area. That's a 10 by 10, just like that. We got 3 sorrels in. We got our loquat for our big tree in the center, and then I put a bunch of slips of sweet potato around to kind of be my ground cover, and we also got a couple of pineapples in. So that's going to be our 10 by 10. I did put in 2 coconuts on the corners here, and I'm probably going to add a couple more larger trees on the sides, on the corners. But I just wanted to show you how quick and easy putting in a 10 by 10 food forest area in. And sure, there'll be other plants that get planted in here. I'll probably put some of the beans in here. I might put some eggplant in here as well. Just other things to kind of, flesh it out, fill it out. I'll rotate some of the crops throughout the year, depending on the season and what needs to be planted when. But other than that, it's swallowed a bug. Anyway, so basically you could do this in a weekend without a problem. We had some issues with technical issues, and I wanted to film it, so it kind of did extend it out a little bit longer. But this could easily be done in just one weekend, and you would have a nice 10 by 10 plot. And literally, it's less than the size of most living rooms. This 10 by 10 food plot here has been in for roughly 2.5 to 3 months now, and we have already been harvesting out of it. I've been harvesting from our South Sea salad tree. The Roselle has been producing a bunch of calyxes, and we've been harvesting from that. Our sweet potatoes are doing crazy good out here. We've gotten some greens from that, and I'm going to check to see if I can get find a sweet potato in here, because I think that's probably ready to harvest as well. But our comfrey is starting to send out some blossoms, so that's cool. I'm hoping this will seed and we can get it, that it'll spread, but we'll see how that works. And then we also have our chaya, which is getting really close to being able to harvest as well. But let me see if I can find a sweet potato in here somewhere. It's mounding up in a few places, so I think we might have some harvestable sweet potatoes in here. This is mounded up pretty good, so I'm gonna try to feel if they're ready to harvest. I don't want to pull them out if they're not. Like I said, it's only been about 2.5 to 3 months here. Those are all pretty small. So I'm going to leave those, and we'll let those keep growing. The pink-eyed purple-hulled peas are pretty much done, but we harvested quite a few out of this plot as well. So in just 2.5, 3 months, we were harvesting food out of here already. So that gives you kind of an idea of how quickly you can be harvesting food and in a pretty small footprint. So the chaya, like I said, it's getting to the point where we should be able to start harvesting, but this one's flowering. I've never seen that before with any of the varieties that we have here growing yet, but so that's a first. We'll see how that pans out, and it looks like it's got some little pods that might form into seeds, so we might be able to get seeds from those as well. So that's cool.